the garage today. We're going to do some spring maintenance on our basic push mower. I bought this brand new the first time I am doing any maintenance to it. So what you need is your owner's manual. You need oil drain bucket, some sort of funnel. These ones work good for this lawnmower. Your oil, I always use some carb cleaner that you put in the gas, and I always use ethanol-free premium in all of my small engines because from experience, ethanol does not like carbureted stuff. It says up to 10% ethanol in the owner's manual, but I like to run no ethanol in my small engines. So first things first, what you do, you consult your owner's manual to see what kind of oil you need. Now this one right here, A is SA30, just a 30 weight oil, B is a 10W30, C is a synthetic 530, and D is a 5W30. Now if you look at the Fahrenheit scale on the left side, it says SA30 is only good for about 40 or above, which will, for most people, will be good, but honestly 5W30 is easier to find. And B says above 80 degrees Fahrenheit, the use of 10W30 may cause increased oil consumption. So you can use it, but I'd recommend not using it. What I'm using is a synthetic 5W30, which is good across the board. So that's the best option for this engine. And then also D is anything below like 40 degrees, which I don't think you're really going to be mowing lawn if it's that cold. So first things first, what you need to do is on this engine they tell you to pour it out of the oil fill hole. So there's no hole on the bottom or anything like that. So you got to tip the whole thing over. So where the oil fill hole is right here. What you want to do is you want to remove that. Generally they're finger tight, but sometimes they do get stuck. You just get a flathead screwdriver. And this doubles as your dipstick. So you want to take that out. I always put it in here so I don't lose it. Who cares if it gets oil on it? The next thing you want to do is you got to tip the whole thing over and capture the oil out of it. So to get a little bit easier access, you can remove your chute. And what I like to do is kind of a double thing here. You can put the funnel below it and lift it up at the same time. They're not that heavy, but you'll see oil coming out of it. Alright, one thing I did forget to mention is that this engine was ran about an hour ago, so it is lukewarm. You don't want it cold, you want the engine oil warm for best results. It's not crucial, but I highly recommend it, just the same as your car. But we spilled a little bit. And now again, you gotta consult owner's manual for specifications. Specifications for this guy here. Your oil capacity is 15 ounces. So you take your oil, your 5W30, I run Valvoline and pretty much everything. 15 ounces is it's about half. It's pretty much what you want to do. Take your oil and your funnel, the same funnel that you use to drain it, you stick it in there. You take and pour it in. So that's about half of a quart. It's not rocket science, it doesn't have to be precise. Most people would disagree, but then you can take your dipstick like you had earlier I always set it in there. I don't know if you're supposed to screw it or not. And I don't know if you can see this on camera, but it's wet right there. So it's darn near perfect. If you screwed it in, it'd be to the full line. So either way, you're good. And that's all I need to do next. Screw this back in. And your oil is changed in your lawnmower. It's that simple. There's no filters, nothing. Now this thing's been sitting all winter. Like I said, I just ran it about an hour ago. But what I like to do is top it off with, like I said, premium gasoline and put a little bit of that carb cleaner in there. And this carb cleaner will treat up to 21 gallons, so you really don't need a lot. I had just bought some gum out, cheap stuff. It's more of a preventative maintenance than a cure. But I mean just a little bit, because this is a very small gas tank. That's all you need. Don't go too much or else it'll run funny. Now, you take your gas can with premium in it. Premium usually has a little bit more detergents in it too, so that'll also help. And you top it off. So now she's good for gas. That's all you got to do to the gasoline. I've had pretty good luck using premium, leaving it in there over the winter. We have long winters, about 4 months, if not longer. So, like I said, I've never had an issue running premium and leaving it in there. I don't even run it dry in the carb or nothing. And this thing started with 3 pulls, and I didn't even top off the gas. But next, what you got to do is check your air filter. You check your air filter by taking it out of there. You'll see all this crap build up. And what I'm not going to show you is you take this, you put some dish soap, you clean it, get it real nice and clean. And then what you want to do is you want to take some of your oil, pour it all in there, make sure it's all oily, because you can see on my hands there's oil coming on. So this is an oil infused filter. And after you do that, you want to make sure everything in here is clean. So you can see a little bit of crap around there. Take your rag, wipe it down. Stick the filter back in after you clean it. Like I said, I'm not going to show you how to clean it. And then put the cover back on. And that pretty much wraps up everything you need to do to your lawnmower. You can go as far as cleaning all the brush off and everything like that, but it's just going to get back on there anyway. And if you're not safe, or if you're not comfortable with cleaning up underneath of it, you can always pull the spark plug and it ain't going to start on you at all. But I'd highly suggest every so often just take a look underneath of it, see if there's any sort of grass buildup or anything like that. This one's pretty good still, so I'm not going to touch it. The blade is only a year old, so I'm not going to touch that either. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We will see you next time.